青燕
I can tolerate your spoiled temper, but you keep giving.
你满了 hard time.
Showing no compassion whatsoever. Have you really become this jealous?
This time you even went too far and dragged my mother into this, letting her fire my employee.
I'm well aware.
I hate it when others interfere in my company's business.
Are you finished? 顾景琛, are you angry because your mother interfered in your work, making you feel like your authority has been challenged? Or are you hurting because your little assistant was humiliated and lost her job?
It seems you still don't realize what you did wrong.
What did I do wrong? Was the mistake that I didn't stay indifferent when you and your assistant had no boundaries? Or was it when your mother saw through Lin Man's ulterior motives and fired her, and I didn't speak up to stop it? Or was it when you first peeled shrimp for her, and I didn't divorce you right then? 顾景琛,
You actually want to divorce me?
Su Qingyan, are you out of your mind?
I have never been clearer.
Just because I took her to a dinner party, you want a divorce?
When will you stop acting so spoiled and reckless?
顾景琛, I told you that you only get 3 chances. Yesterday was already the 4th. I, Su Qingyan, always keep my word.
Our two families.
An alliance between us is no small matter.
Let me tell you this.
I would not agree to a divorce so easily. Cut out this spoiled attitude. Look at yourself right now. Do you look anything like a proper Mrs. School?
Your little assistant's flattery has really gone to your head, hasn't it? The Qing dynasty ended a long time ago. How did this feudal mindset of a virtuous and filial wife end up wrapping your own brain? This shrimp is so hard to peel.
Thank you, President Gu. You're so sweet.
Mrs. Gu, I really envy your good luck to have married someone as successful as President Gu, unlike us wage slaves who have to work so hard just to make a living and support ourselves, while you just need to stay at home and play the perfect wife.
She's indeed new. So ill-mannered.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Gu. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just outspoken by nature. Please don't mind. I just noticed how lavishly you spend and dress, and couldn't help but feel a bit sorry for President Gu. After all, President Gu worked so hard to bring the Gu Corporation to where it is today.
What nonsense!
Do you think Mrs. Gu is just a housewife?
In this company, we call her Mrs. Gu, but outside these doors, everyone has to address her respectfully as President Su.
President Su.
President Su and President Gu's marriage is an alliance between 2 powerful families, and President Su is the sole heir to the Su Group. What nonsense are you spouting? Apologize to Mrs. Gu right now. President Gu, I...
Apologize to my wife.
Watch your words and mind your boundaries from now on. Ask if you don't know how to behave. And if you have a problem, suck it up.
I'm sorry, madam. Everyone, my banquet over there is still ongoing. Please go on. We'll catch up next time.
Honey, what is all this?
Peel them for me, honey.
Didn't you eat enough at the banquet? But you didn't need to buy this many, did you? How could you possibly finish all this?
Aunt Zhang, come help the madam.
Honey, I want you to peel them for me yourself.
Qingyan,
You know I'm a germaphobe.
Oh, really? But during dinner today, I saw you peeling them for your new assistant quite effortlessly. I thought your germophobia was cured.
So, that's why you're jealous.
it's rare to see you jealous. I thought President Su was always unfazed by everything.
Honey, she's just a freshly graduated intern. She's new to society and knows nothing. She doesn't know how to speak properly. I was just looking out for her. If you don't like it, I promise it won't happen again.
顾景琛, do you know why? Out of all the candidates for our arranged marriage, I chose you. 因为你干净. Your parents said you were a germaphobe and disliked unfamiliar people, having excessive physical contact with you, and hated it when others crossed your boundaries. What a coincidence. I'm the same way.
Honey, why are you suddenly bringing all this up today?
Our relationship has been quite good over the years, so I hope our marriage remains pure and smooth. That way, whether it's you and me, or the Su and Gu families, everything will turn out well. Don't disappoint me. Honey, don't forget to peel these shrimp for me. Consider this your punishment for crossing boundaries with another woman for the first time.
Mom,
Mr. Gu said he has an urgent meeting at the office today, so he won't be joining you for breakfast.
He personally peeled these shrimp for you last night. Anzhang, you have quite a big family, right? Take them home. He peeled them himself, so they should be clean.
Thank you.
But I'm hungry. Serve breakfast. After that incident, life went on as usual for Gu Jingchen and me. It was as if that unpleasant little episode was merely a spice to our marriage. Harmless, and adding a touch of romance. He even treated me better than before. I had no interest in keeping tabs on him every day, or seeing which women he interacted with. As the heir to the Su group, I was far too busy. But a month later, when he came to pick me up for the Gu family banquet. Hello, ma'am.
You look beautiful today, ma'am.
Get out. This is my seat. Ma'am.
President Gu was just giving me a ride home. I get motion sickness, so I sat in the front seat.
President Gu. President Gu.
I'll give the seat to ma'am.
Who told you to get in the car? What? Can't afford cab fare? Life must be really hard for you. Your cab fare, I'll pay it for you. Go home early. Stay safe.
Qingyan,
Jingchen, this is where you're at fault. It's your failure as a boss if your employee is too poor to even afford cab fare. How about this? Starting tomorrow, all Gu Group employees at Tier 3 and above will get a 10% increase in transportation subsidies. It will be billed to my Su Group's account. I may be poor, but I still have my pride.
What right do you have just because you're the CEO's wife?
To use money to insult my dignity. You're so broke you can't even afford taxi fare and have to hitch a ride in the CEO's car. How is it an insult to your dignity when I offer to pay for your cab? Or does it only preserve your dignity if the CEO personally drives you home? In that case, your dignity is rather expensive. In just the last minute, President Gu and I made hundreds of millions. If we waste time taking a detour to drive you home, how are you going to compensate us for the financial loss? With your precious dignity.
she rented a place near the old mansion, so I just gave her a lift on the way. It's no big deal.
Gu Jingchen, I told you I liked you because you were clean, and you're not the only one with a germophobia. I let the shrimp peeling incident slide, but today, you let her sit in your front passenger seat, and she even adjusted my seat.
Qingyan,
I've said this before. Everyone around me gets only 3 chances. Today is your second strike. I'm not asking for much. Just like before. Keep a proper distance and maintain boundaries with other women. I believe that shouldn't be hard for you. Don't let me down. You should know that our marriage is not just about the two of us. If you don't want to see fluctuations in the Su and Gu stock prices tomorrow, then you'd better smile. We're both adults. Be sensible.
Oh my daughter-in-law is getting prettier and prettier.
Qingyan,
This is your favorite steamed fish. I cooked it myself. Try some.
thank you, Mom.
Your grandfather said the joint project between our families is going very smoothly. The Gu family is truly blessed to have such a capable daughter-in-law like you.
You're too kind, Mom. We're family. No need for such distance.
Haha, yes, you're absolutely right, dear. We are one family. Let's eat. Let's eat. What's wrong with you? Silent all this time. Take better care of your wife at the table.
you two seem to be having such a warm conversation. How could I interrupt?
I heard you have a new assistant. She seems quite tactless. I've already had the HR manager fire her. A mere intern with neither ability nor tact. We paid her 3 times her salary and let her go.
Mom,
I'm the one who calls the shots in the company now, firing my staff. Don't you think you should have notified me first?
You've been doing well with other business affairs, but you're too soft on these insignificant nobodies. Young people need to know their boundaries. Mom, the alliance between the Gu and Su families is crucial. When the heir was chosen back then, you were able to come out on top precisely because your greatest strength is being sensible and knowing how to assess the situation. Don't lose that strength of yours.
Qingwan, let's talk. Speak.
Was it really necessary to drag my mother into our marital issues?
you think I'm the one who complained to your mother.
Isn't that the case?
People close to me only get 3 chances. And now, 3 chances. You've used them all up.
At the end of the day, aren't you just holding a grudge over a trivial thing like peeling shrimp? Su Qingyan, are you really that petty?
Yes.
I am exactly that petty. Why should I be generous to a man who has no boundaries?
Su Qingyan, I'm telling you, no one can stand you always acting so high and mighty.
President Gu.
I know I shouldn't have sat in the front passenger seat. I was wrong. Please, don't let Madam fire me.
I really want to keep working for you.
Don't worry.
I am the president of the Gu Group. With me here, no one dares to fire you.
Really? President Gu?
President Gu, I knew you treated me the best.
Alright.
If you keep crying, your eyes will swell up. How are you going to accompany me to the charity gala tonight then?
You mean you're taking me to the gala tonight?
Of course. You're my assistant. Who else would I bring?
But what about the madam?
I am the head of this household. I will take care of her.
Don't worry about it.
When did this happen? It was last night.
The Su-Gu alliance has deep implications. Have legal draft a divorce agreement to sever all business ties between the Su and Gu corporations.
Understood. I'll get right on it.
Qingyan,
You already know. What's going on with that news in the paper? Did you have a fight with my son?
I suppose you could call it a fight.
As for what was reported in the papers, you should go ask your son. But from the looks of it, Qin Chen has indeed been fooling around. Oh, Qingyan. Qin Chen crossed the line this time. Don't worry. I'll make sure to teach him a lesson when I get back. Don't bother.
I've already had legal draft a divorce agreement. Once it's ready, I'll have it delivered to the Gu Group.
How can you do that? The alliance between our two families is too important. You cannot let such a trivial matter escalate to the point of divorce.
Mrs. Gu, this is no small matter. I have already given Gu Jingchen 3 chances. He was the one who blew it. And I am under no obligation to make exceptions for him. Qingyan, calm down. Look at Jingchen. Isn't his father just the same? All the men in our circle are like that. You just need to focus on being Mrs. Gu. As for those insignificant people, they aren't worth your concern.
Besides, even if you don't care about the Gu group, don't you care about the Su group? With something this big! How do you plan to explain it to your father?
When you step out the door, everyone respectfully calls you Mrs. Gu. But when I step out, she is the widely respected President Su. Still don't understand the difference between you and me. You took your husband's surname to be the matriarch of a wealthy family and live at the mercy of others. That was your choice. I am not. From the moment I inherited the Su family business, I became the sole decision maker of the Su family. I am Su Qingyan. I don't need to answer to anyone. As for any risks and losses arising from my decisions, I have my own ways to handle them, so there is no need for Mrs. Gu to worry. President Su, the divorce and property division agreements have been drafted.
Please take a look.
President Su, you're here. Mr. Gu is on the top floor. Let me take you up.
No need. I know the way.
we are doomed.
With President Su looking like that, she must be here to collect the body.
Whose body? Hard to say right now.
Check these data points again. The logic doesn't make sense.
Understood, Mr. Gu.
Yes.
Great. Why are you here?
Madam, this is the CEO's office. Walking in without knocking is very rude. As the CEO's special assistant, I must stop you. Su Qingyan! This is a Gu group! What do you think you're doing?
Su Qingyan.
What are you trying to do?
Mr. Gu, save me.
Drag her out.
Mr. Gu.
Let her go.
Su Qingyan, what on earth do you want?
Don't be nervous. Your dog is too noisy. I had it taken out to cool down. I came here today because I have official business to discuss with you.
What is it?
Take a look at this agreement. If you have any questions, talk to my lawyer.
You actually want to divorce me?
Su Qingyan, are you out of your mind?
I have never been clearer.
Just because I took her to a dinner party, you want a divorce?
When will you stop acting so spoiled and reckless?
Gu Jingchen, I told you that you only get 3 chances. Yesterday was already the 4th. I, Su Qingyan, always keep my word.
Our two families.
An alliance between us is no small matter.
Let me tell you this.
I would not agree to a divorce so easily. Cut out this spoiled attitude. Look at yourself right now.
Do you look anything like a proper Mrs. Gu?
Your little assistant's flattery has really gone to your head, hasn't it? The Qing dynasty ended a long time ago. How did this feudal mindset of a virtuous and filial wife end up wrapping your own brain? A proper Mrs. Gu. Do you expect me to be like your mother and tolerate my husband having affairs left and right while deceiving myself just to maintain the so-called dignity of Mrs. Gu? I'm sorry, I can't do that. I am the only daughter of the Su family. I was raised to be an heir since childhood and have never had to suffer a single grievance. I grew up pampered and privileged, with both wealth and power. What makes you think I would ever submit to your control?
Why should I?
Ever submit to your control?
Qingyan, nothing ever happened between her and me. I didn't cheat. I really didn't. I just wanted to teach you a lesson.
Teach me a lesson.
Yes. I wanted to teach you how to be a proper wife.
Qingyan, haven't we been doing great all these years?
What couple doesn't argue, especially in families of our status?
How could you bring up divorce so lightly?
First,
Regardless of whether anything happened between you and Lin Man, from the moment you brought her to the banquet and allowed the reporters and media to humiliate and belittle me, we were destined to be over. Second, being a good wife is not a compliment to me. And learning to be someone's wife is not my interest. I, Su Qingyan, am my own person. I don't need any prefixes. But Third, don't be so full of yourself. I once said I liked how clean you were. But now, you're dirty, so I'm throwing you away. Gu Jingchen, I gave you chances, and you failed to seize them. I, Su Qingyan, never make exceptions for anyone. What makes you think you'd be my exception?
Do you know that if we divorce, what kind of impact it will have on both our families?
It's just a divorce. I will naturally bear the consequences of my decision. As for the risks you will have to bear, sorry, that's none of my concern. I have my legal team send you another divorce agreement.
Su Qingyan!
let it go.
Su Qingyan, what makes you so smug? You were just lucky to be born into a good family. You were just lucky to be born into a good family. Lucky? Yes, I am lucky. But little girl, you should know that being born well is also a skill. The empire built by generations of the Su family lifts me up. And I successfully carried this honor, becoming a worthy successor. That is not just because of my good fortune, but because I have the actual capability. I refuse to accept this. You refuse to accept it. Are you upset that I'm luckier than you? Or are you upset that I'm more capable than you? You do everything you can to please and flatter men, and scheme to snatch resources from other women. If you had spent even half of that energy on self-improvement, you wouldn't be in the state you are today. Li Man, your jealousy is meaningless to me. It's actually quite laughable. You're like a clown. You can have the man inside.
How dare she? How dare she divorce me?
President Gu, maybe you should just listen to Madam and fire me. That way you can apologize to Madam and she won't blame you anymore.
Absolutely not! She's the one who should apologize! She's the one who lacks tolerance!
She's been so high and mighty all these years, like the Empress Dowager. Who does she think she is?
I am the head of this household.
President Si,
If President Gu insists on not signing, the lawsuit will take at least 3 months. During this time, the stock price, the Gu family will fight back. But as for the shareholders are here to get dividends, not to teach me how to live my life. I will make Gu Jingchen realize that without Su Qingyan, he is nothing.
According to reports, the relationship between Jiangcheng's two major tycoon families has ruptured, causing a sudden shock in the stock market. Both stocks opened at their daily limit down, wiping out nearly 1 billion in market value.
President Su, here is the overseas market expansion plan. Please have a look.
Is there anything else?
President Su, 8 of the company's shareholders are here to see you. Judging by their expressions, they seem to be here to demand an explanation.
Demand an explanation. My dear niece.
You are being too impulsive.
The marriage alliance between the Su and Gu families. How could you just call it off so easily and cause such a massive stir?
That's right, Qingyan. Just because you filed for divorce, our stock dropped by a full 3% today.
Think of how much money we'd lose.
Hold a press conference immediately to clear things up and say the divorce is just a rumor, then live peacefully with Jing Qian.
Exactly, yes.
Are you finished?
My dear niece, we are only doing this for your own good.
I own 80% of the shares in Su Group, while all of you combined only hold 20%. Who gave you the audacity to slam the table in front of me? My divorce is a private matter. None of you are in a position to tell me what to do. If you don't like it, deal with it. If you can't stand it, hand over your shares. I'll buy you out in full.
Qingyan, that's not what we meant.
We're just worried about the company losing money. Losing money. What about all the times I made you profits? I drove the stock price from 100 up to 2,000. Now that we've suffered a minor scratch, you all rush over blindly to point fingers at me. Who do you think you are?
No, dear niece.
Don't be angry. We're only here to help you find a way out. If you ask me, getting divorced from that kid, Gu Jingchen, is actually a good thing. Otherwise, he just keep taking advantage of our Su Group. And he even bullied you, Qingyan, right?
Oh, is that so? And here I thought you all took bribes from the Gu family to come and force me to compromise. It seems I misunderstood you all.
Dear niece,
It's all a misunderstanding. A total misunderstanding.
So, do you have any other business here?
No, nothing at all. Qingyan, please carry on.
We'll be on our way.
President Su, you were amazing. All right, cut the flattery. Anything else?
Many partners who signed contracts with the Gu Group out of respect for you have declared that you needn't worry. They will completely sever cooperation with the Gu Group.
I wouldn't stoop to using such petty tactics. Tell them to just focus on their own businesses.
Yes, President Su.
hello, Dad.
Qingyan.
Come home for dinner tonight. Your mom and I will cook for you ourselves.
Although President Su is determined to divorce Gu Jingchen, she won't drag you into this just because you collaborate with the Gu Corporation. You can rest assured.
President Su is indeed magnanimous, but since Gu Jingchen offended President Su, he has offended my God of will. A few of us have already discussed this.
We will definitely teach him a lesson on behalf of President Su.
Personally, you have my full support.
Don't worry, Assistant Chen. We understand.
Mom, why did you call me back in such a rush? I'm in the middle of something.
Busy with what?
Busy keeping your little assistant company, or busy cleaning up your own mess.
Mom, you.
金钱夫休马死。
Go and win Qingyan back.
I'm not going. If I go, wouldn't I just be giving her exactly what she wants? Won't she put on even more airs in the future? So what if the stock hit its daily limit down? I can handle it myself.
How on earth are you going to solve it?
Qingyan has spoiled you and yielded to you all these years. Have you forgotten her status?
She spoiled me and yielded to me. Mom, are you getting senile?
Clearly, I'm the one who served her every day like she was the Empress Dowager and catered to her every whim.
Mom, if I bow my head to Su Qingyan this time,
I'll never be able to hold my head up for the rest of my life.
Don't worry. She and I have been in a good relationship all these years. I'm sure Su Qingyan can bear to let me go.
as long as I win this once, she'll learn how to.
Be a proper Mrs. Gu.
You're still thinking about the future. If Qingyan divorces you, our family won't have a future.
Gu Jingchen, has success gone to your head?
Mom, if Qingyan wanted to target our Gu family, she wouldn't even need to lift a finger.
金钱
Don't forget, if you hadn't married Su Qingyan back then,
Would your grandfather have let you take over the Gu Group?
Yes. It was because I married Su Qingyan that Grandpa handed the Gu Group over to me. But so what? Do I deserve to never hold my head up in front of her for the rest of my life?
You're completely out of your mind. Fire that little assistant of yours right now.
And go beg Qingyan for forgiveness. Otherwise, you are no son of mine.
Mom, Qingyan is forcing me, and now you're forcing me too. If I can't even protect a single assistant today, then what am I? The chairman of the Gu Group.
How am I supposed to hold my head up at the goo from now on?
Jing Chen.
Why can't you see I'm doing this for your own good?
It's not that I don't understand, Mom. It's Su Qingyan who's always so high and mighty.
And she never takes me seriously.
I'm not blind. Although Qingyan has a bit of a temper, but over the years, she has shown me, you, and our entire family nothing but genuine respect and protection. She has never acted spoiled in front of us, much less used her status to pressure you.
Mom, look at this clearly.
I'm your son. Why do you always take her side?
I stand for reason, not for kin. Qingyan maintains strict boundaries and never interacts with other men outside of work.
But what about you?
You hired a female assistant and defend her at every turn. You've crossed the line.
I didn't. My relationship with Lin Man is completely innocent.
Son, please, I'm begging you.
Your cousins are all eyeing your position.
Don't be foolish.
Mom, don't worry. I've been at the Gu Group for so many years. No one can take my place.
You are simply unreasonable.
Wei?
Mr. Gu, all the partners are already waiting for you at the hotel.
Alright, I'm on my way. Ma, don't worry about it. Just get some rest at home. This time, I will make sure Su Qingyan realizes who the real head of the family is. Your idea of buying off the Su Group's shareholders is quite good. Right now, Su Qingyan must be frantic. Once I win over these business partners, let's see if she still refuses to bow to me.
Businessmen are always profit-driven. As long as the profit is high enough, not only will they cooperate with us, but getting them to cut ties with the Su Group will also be a piece of cake.
Once everything is settled, rest assured, I will make sure you're well rewarded.
Mr. Gu, helping you is my duty.
Gu Jingchen, I will use you to avenge every bit of humiliation Su Qingyan put me through. Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Ah, my precious daughter is home. One more dish and dinner is ready.
Let me help.
Okay.
Come, sweetie, try your favorite soup. Have a taste.
Thanks, Mom.
Sweet. Have you made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
I used to think Jing Chen knew his boundaries and was a decent guy. Who would have thought? But since you've made up your mind, go ahead and do what you must. My daughter doesn't have to take any grievances.
Once unfaithful, always untrustworthy. Sweetie, Mom supports you too.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
I heard those directors went to the company to cause trouble for you.
But it's already been resolved.
Their grandfathers were the founding members of the Su Group, which is why I've let them keep their shares all these years. I've supported them for so long. I've done more than enough. If they push it too far, I'll just destroy them. Why should I be afraid? You probably don't know this yet. That fool Gu Jingchen didn't know his limits. He actually tried to poach clients from the Su Group, but he just ended up making a total fool of himself.
Come on, everyone.
You want us to partner with you?
You wish.
Even if you give us 10% of your profits, hell, even if you give us all of it, you still wouldn't be qualified.
If not for President Su's sake, who do you think you'd be pitching a partnership to us? Give me a break.
Exactly. Who do you think you are trying to compete with President Su? Let's go. Don't let them make us look stupid too.
Our President Gu is the head of the Gu Group. Don't push it too far.
The Gu family is only relevant because of the marriage with the Sus. Without that alliance, who cares about the Gu family? Please.
A lowlife like you isn't even fit to carry President Su's shoes.
Only a fool like Gu Jingchen would treat a piece of trash like you as a treasure.
Once a man is unfaithful, he's discarded for good.
Mom supports you too, sweetheart.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad.
I heard those board members went to your office. Did they cause any trouble?
Yes, but I've already dealt with them.
Their grandfathers were the founding members of the Su Group, so I let them keep their shares all these years.
Honestly, this whole thing has been quite satisfying, but I actually have no interest in getting revenge on Gu Jingchen anymore. I just want to get divorced as soon as possible and cut all ties with him.
Tomorrow, your dad and I are heading out on a trip. Make sure you take good care of yourself at home.
You just got back from a trip and now you're leaving again in a month. Where are you going to enjoy yourself this time? And for how long?
I'll follow your mother's lead. Once she's had enough, we'll come back.
All right.
Eat up. Come on, eat more.
These people must have been sent by President Su to humiliate us on purpose.
President Su has gone too far.
Su Qingyan, you're truly despicable.
President Gu, the Su family is too powerful. We can't fight them. Why don't you just swallow your pride and apologize? That way they won't make things difficult for us anymore.
Give in.
Doesn't she just want to keep me on a leash and make me her dog for life?
Never.
I, Gu Jingchen, will never bow to Su Qingyan.
Qingyan, you're a good child. Jing Chen is just being stubborn right now. Please give him an out. I promise he will behave himself from now on.
I have already made up my mind to get a divorce. Why should I give him an out?
Qingyan, is there really no room for reconciliation?
A mistake is a mistake. I gave him 3 chances. Doesn't he think I'm too high and mighty? That's because I, Su Qingyan, belong at the top.
Our families have been allied by marriage for so many years. A sudden divorce would have too big of an impact. As women, shouldn't we look at a bigger picture?
So all these years, for the sake of this so-called bigger picture, you've been tolerating your husband.
Whoa.
Even though my father-in-law brought his mistresses right into your home, you still, for the sake of the so-called bigger picture, kept putting up with it.
Qingchen, it seems your wife doesn't welcome me. Maybe I should just leave.
You are my girlfriend. Who dares to kick you out?
I came here today to meet my future mother-in-law, anyone unrelated to the Gu family.
Please leave.
Qingyan, no matter what, I'm still your brother Gu.
Qingyan, I brought her here today just to introduce you to.
In the alliance between the Su and Gu families, I only recognize one mother-in-law.
She's not worthy. You, go back first.
Qingyan.
In all my years in the Gu family, you're the only one who has ever stood up for me. Since then, although he still rarely came home, he never dared to bring another woman in front of me again.
For the sake of the so-called bigger picture of the Gu family, you chose to tolerate it. You chose to maintain a facade of harmony. That was your path. But it is not mine.
But aren't all men like that?
Especially in a prominent family like ours.
Why does it have to be all men are like this, rather than admitting that doing this is simply wrong? That was your path because you married Mr. Gu. But I will always be a Su. I will never become just another Mrs. Gu.
Qingyan. Actually, I really envy you to be able to say no.
As for me, Auntie, you were young once too. I'm sure your life now isn't what you wanted back then. It's so beautiful.
Have you named this piece of work yet?
Roses symbolize love, and sunflowers symbolize loyalty and devotion. Let's call it free love. I will surely find a beautiful love of my own in the future.
May you get your wish then. But remember, love is the convergence of two rivers, not trying to fill the other person.
By completely draining yourself.
I'll remember that, teacher.
Yes.
I was young once too. I was once a girl who dreamed of beauty. But I forgot what my teacher told me. Since I married into the Gu family, you are the only one who truly respected me and treated me as an elder.
But I don't have a choice now.
No, you do have a choice. It's just that back then you chose the path that seemed easy, and that's why you kept tolerating it.
In the Gu family, you were only kind to me because you wanted us to have a harmonious marriage. Unlike the others, who only flattered me because my last name is Su, and you came to see me today for your son's sake. You really are a great mother.
Qingdian.
I'm not young anymore.
Age has nothing to do with it.
As long as you want to, you can still choose. As women, we shouldn't live for men, nor should we live for our children. This has nothing to do with age or status. Even if I weren't the eldest daughter of the Su family, I still wouldn't continue living with your son.
Auntie, please think it over. If you want to make a change, I will help you.
Auntie,
actually, your son saw everything you went through in the Gu family. Yet he never chose to stand up for you, not even once. That's because he also felt that what his father did was completely fine.
What are you doing here?
Look at the wonderful son you raised. He's turned the Gu family into such a mess.
Now even the old master has been disturbed. I'm talking to you! Did you not hear me?
We women shouldn't live for men, nor should we live for our children. This has nothing to do with age or status. Your son never chose to stand up for you, not even once, because he also felt that what his father did was completely fine.
He was right. Living like this is wrong. Why should I keep tolerating a man like him?
I am not your puppet.
The mistakes your son made, what do they have to do with me?
I have nothing to do with you.
If you had managed our son and daughter-in-law properly, would the Gu family be in this mess? If it's not your fault, is it mine?
Qingyan is the heir to the Su family. I have no right, let alone the authority, to control her. Or are you saying you can?
You. Fine, you can't control Su Qingyan. What about our son?
If you had raised our son properly, would Su Qingyan be demanding a divorce? Would he be fooling around with other women? Would the Gu family have fallen to this state?
He messed around.
Didn't he learn that from you? You set a perfect example for him.
You! Go on, hit me.
Do it. Hit me.
Have you lost your mind?
Chungyan is right.
It's wrong for me to live like this. You will never appreciate my sacrifices, and you will never care about my dignity or feelings.
So what? You want to follow her example?
Do you have Fu Qingyan's family background?
Do you have a net worth of hundreds of billions?
Trust me, if I divorce you now, you'll be absolutely nothing.
Would you even dare?
Why wouldn't I dare?
Right now, the Gu Group's stock has hit the limit down, and our partners are all pulling out. The old man is about to return. Do you really dare to get a divorce at a time like this? Fine. Let's divorce. You and our son can both get divorced. When that time comes, I'd love to see the Gu Group's stock drop by a few more limits. Let's see how you'll explain that to the old man when he gets back. As for Jing Chen, I've done my best. He's a man in his 30s now. He should take responsibility for his own actions. And this time,
I'm standing with Qingyan too.
Have you lost your mind?
If Su Qingyan keeps making a scene like this, the old man will strip Gu Yuchen of his status as the heir. What are we going to do then?
Can you still be a proper Mrs. Gu?
Mrs. Gu.
I've endured so much over the years just to keep this title. Maybe losing it is for the best.
What did Su Qingyan do to brainwash you like this?
It's no brainwashing, it's an awakening. From now on, I'm going to live for myself.
even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. If you still care about this family's dignity, you better behave.
She's just trying to force my hand. Force me to bow down to her.
Well, I won't.
President Gu, stop drinking. That woman Su Qiyan doesn't know how to appreciate you at all.
She just wants to control you and keep you in her shadow forever.
You don't understand. She wasn't always like this. She used to smile at me and care about me.
It was all just an act.
If she really cared about you, how could she push you to this point?
I really don't get it. I just wanted to show her that I'm the head of this family. What did I do wrong?
President Gu, I understand you.
I will always support you and stay by your side.
Don't touch me. I'm an emotional germaphobe, except for Su Qingyan.
Nobody else is allowed to touch me. No. I have to find her. I need to see her.
The pass rate for our overseas projects product testing is excellent. Notify RD that they can start small batch trial production early next month. Alright, that's all for today's meeting. Auntie, it's so late. Why aren't you asleep yet? I couldn't sleep.
I had a fight with Gu Hongyuan today.
For the first time in my life, I told him straight that I want to be myself.
How does it feel?
Skate, 放有秩序，应谈论敌我性此理。
But it was liberating. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted off my chest.
But what should I do next? It feels like I don't know how to be anything other than Mrs. Gu.
Auntie, have you ever thought about doing something you truly want to do?
Like helping other women who have gone through similar experiences.
Can I really do that?
I can help you get in touch with women's rights foundations. You could even start your own charity project. As for networking and funding, you'll have my full support.
Qingyan.
Thank you. Truly, thank you.
Auntie, it's getting late. You should get some rest.
Okay, you get some rest too. Don't push yourself too hard.
Sir! You can't go in! Sir!
Oh no, wait! Sir!
Miss, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop him.
It's fine.
Call security.
Call security.
Even the way people address me has changed.
And now you're calling security on me.
Fu Qingyan. Look at the pathetic state I'm in right now.
Are you satisfied now?
I'm talking to you. And here you are again, acting all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else like you always do.
Su Qingyan.
I'm your husband. I'm a man. I need respect. I need dignity.
So, you get drunk and come to your ex-wife's house to throw a tantrum. Is this how you prove you're a real man?
Ex-wife. Who agreed to that? As long as I haven't signed those papers, I'm still your husband. Su Qingyan.
Do you have any idea what people out there say about me? They say I'm just a freeloader. They say the Gu family only survived because of the Sus, and that I'm just a dog you keep on a leash.
So you used Lin Man to prove your masculinity. By trampling all over my dignity, just to save your precious pride.
Yes.
What about it?
Lin Man actually looks up to me.
She adores me.
In her eyes, I'm a real man. But what about you?
In your eyes, I am always beneath you.
顾金晨, you haven't changed at all. Today you use Lin Man to force me to back down. Tomorrow it'll be Zhang Bi or Li Man. 顾金晨, once you compromise your boundaries, there's no turning back.
Why?
Why does everything have to be on your terms? I'm telling you, I've had enough of this.
Mr. Gu, please.
Throw him out. If he keeps making a scene, call the police.
Mr. Gu, please leave us immediately.
I'm not leaving! This is my home! Why should I leave?
Because I'm the homeowner. Drag him out.
Su Qingyan. You're always so high and mighty. Can't you just give in for once?
Just this once.
And make me feel like a real man!
Why should I back down?
What did I do wrong? Was I wrong for not turning a blind eye to your lack of boundaries? Or was I wrong for not tolerating your emotional infidelity?
That wasn't emotional infidelity! Qi, I just wanted to provoke you!
Gu Jingchen, even now, you still think this was just a game to get a reaction out of me?
Qingyan, you can't treat me like this.
After all these years together, you still care about me, don't you?
Drag him out.
Su Qingyan, you'll regret this! Go grow old along with your money!
That's still 10,000 times better than staying in a filthy marriage.
What a mess.
I've only been recuperating abroad for a few months, and now this family is falling apart.
And the company is about to collapse.
What's that on you?
I just brushed against something accidentally.
Brushed against something. Now how did you manage to brush against a woman's lips? Like father, like son. You worthless trash.
Marrying Su Qingyan was the greatest blessing of your life, yet you didn't cherish it.
Instead, you learned those despicable tricks and used another woman to humiliate your wife. What on earth is inside that head of yours? Utterly foolish.
Grandpa, please let me explain.
Explain what? Do you think I'm senile?
Dad, please calm down. Jingchen already knows he was wrong.
We are doing everything we can to win her back. Win her back? How? I know that girl, Su Qingyan.
Once she makes up her mind, nothing can change it. And you failed to raise your own son. What good are you to this family?
Your son has had affairs with over a dozen women.
Did you ever discipline him?
Now that your grandson has gone astray, you suddenly expect me to handle it. I can't even control my own husband. How do you expect me to control my son?
You! How dare you talk back to me?
I am only speaking the truth.
No one ever appreciates the good things I do. But now that the family is in trouble, it's suddenly all my fault?
What nonsense are you talking about?
Fine.
So you all think you can defy me now, do you? Starting tomorrow, I am taking back control of the Gu Group.
All project authorities held by you two are suspended.
Dad! Grandpa! On what grounds? Over the years, the Gu Group's market value has tripled under my management, and our performance has been rising year after year.
Triple.
Then tell me, how much of that growth was thanks to the Su family's resources?
And how much of it relied on Su Qingyan's connections and reputation? Do you not have any self-awareness?
Grandpa.
You can't just dismiss my ability like this.
Capability? If you were actually capable, would you let that little assistant run circles around you? If you were capable, would you have driven away our family's biggest backer?
This is your divorce agreement with Su Qingyan. Sign it right now.
I won't sign.
I'd rather die than sign it.
Dad.
If Su Qingyan and Jingchen really get divorced, then the Gu family is completely finished.
I've already called all my nephews back. Since Jingchen is useless, one of them is bound to catch Su Qingyan's eye for a marriage alliance.
So, hurry up and sign the papers. That's the only way to save whatever dignity we have left.
Dignity.
What dignity do I have left?
My wife abandoned me. My grandfather doesn't trust me. I'm nothing but a joke.
You want me to sign?
Only if Su Qingyan comes and begs me in person.
You rebellious son. Dad, please calm down.
I'll go talk some sense into him.
Jingchen, where are you going? Jingchen.
It's none of your business.
Son.
Don't do anything rash. Go find Su Qingyan right now and beg for her forgiveness, or it'll really be too late. Your grandfather will do whatever he takes for the sake of the Gu family.
What else can I do? I swallowed my pride and went to see Su Qingyan last night. But she completely ignored me and even had the guards throw me out. Anyway, I'm not going back there again.
You're going to be the death of me.
Tomorrow, contact Mrs. Wang, Mrs. Liu, and Sister Wu from Qiaomeiren. Tell them I want to introduce a friend to them.
President Su, are you really going to introduce Mrs. Gu to them?
In the Gu family, she was the only one who was genuinely good to me.
President Su, Mr. Gu Hongyuan insists on seeing you.
Gu Hongyuan? He says he's your father-in-law.
He's really giving himself too much credit. I won't see him.
Mr. Gu, I'm sorry, but President Su is currently in a meeting.
If she doesn't see me today, I will kill myself right here.
I want everyone to see how she treats her elders.
Mr. Gu, if you keep this up, I'll have to call security.
I don't care.
She must see me today.
Qingyan.
Your office is way too sterile. A woman's place should feel a bit softer.
You threatened to kill yourself just to see me. Surely you didn't come all this way just to critique my interior design.
You won't even call me dad anymore. Qingyan, you and Jingchen have had your little spat. It's time to end. Couples fight all the time, but they always make up. Why make a public scandal of it and embarrass both families?
My divorce from Gu Jingchen is final. I only let you come up today, simply to save us both some final dignity.
Stop speaking out of anger. What do you mean, divorce?
As the daughter-in-law of the Gu family, you should prioritize your husband and the family.
Yes, Jingchen made a mistake.
But as his wife, you should be more forgiving.
It's only natural for a man to play around a bit.
Mr. Gu, it seems Gu Jingchen really inherited his mindset from you. However, your theory about serving one's husband and treating him as the center of the universe is something I will never learn. Nor do I want to.
My dear daughter-in-law, women must ultimately return to the family.
You're young and headstrong now, but as time goes on, you'll realize you can't get by without a man.
Like your wife, you mean?
Please step up.
I need to speak with President Su alone.
Jian, Jingchen knows he was wrong. Just forgive him, alright? I promise you, I'll drag him here myself.
And have him grovel and apologize to your face. For the sake of my old face, please forgive him just this once.
And work things out, alright?
Mr. Go, why bother putting on this act?
I'm doing this for the sake of the family.
I promise you,
Jingchen will change his ways this time and treat you right.
Mr. Gu, are you really doing this for Gu Jingchen's sake? Aren't you just worried that once old Master Gu strips you of your power, your easy life will come to an end? You're terrified you won't be able to use the Gu family's money to support your mistresses anymore, aren't you?
You're talking nonsense.
You know best, whether it's nonsense or not. But Mr. Gu, even if you kneel here until you die today, it won't change anything.
You have absolutely no respect for your elders.
Today, I will teach you a lesson on behalf of Jingchen and your parents.
Just try touching me. If your hand lands on me, I guarantee tomorrow, Gu's stock will plunge so hard you won't even be able to afford your little mistresses. What?
Figures.
A bully like you, Gu Hongyuan, only dares to tyrannize his own wife.
Shut up. Stop.
Gu Hongyuan, what do you think you're doing?
You've completely embarrassed the Gu family.
Mom, it's not like that.
She's the one who insulted me first.
You embarrassing fool! Get out of the way!
Qingyan, I'm sorry you had to go through that. It's my fault for not raising my son properly.
Elder Mrs. Gu, I doubt you came here today just to discipline your son.
I came to give you an explanation. I've already had HR fire that assistant Lin Man, and on behalf of the Gu family, I agree to your divorce from Jingchen.
Oh, so straightforward. Tell me, what are your terms? You
really are as smart as they say.
Come in, all of you.
These are the 4 most outstanding young men from our Gu family's younger generation. Take your pick.
Dad, how can you do this? Qingyan is still Jingchen's wife.
Shut up. Is it your place to speak?
If Jingchen doesn't appreciate her, plenty of others will. Qingyan, I know that brat Jingchen doesn't deserve you. I promise. Every single one of them is more sensible and will cherish you much more.
Mr. Gu, do you honestly think that I, Su Qingyan, have no choice but to marry into the Gu family?
Our families have been allied for years. Our business interests are deeply intertwined. A sudden split wouldn't benefit either of us. Don't you agree?
Mr. Gu, I respect you as my elder, but you clearly have no respect for me. If Gu Jingchen doesn't work out, you just swap him for a new one. Does the Gu family think the Sus are pushovers?
倩妍 Let me explain.
Explain what?
Explain how you plan to make me the laughingstock of Jiangcheng.
How could that be?
This will only prove to the public that the alliance between our families is unbreakable. It will be hailed as a remarkable tale.
Old Master Gu, do you think I, Su Qingyan, am a fool?
President Shishi.
I'm Gu Yichen. I'm very obedient. If you choose me, I promise to listen to you for the rest of my life and follow your lead in every...
You certainly have a way with words.
Besides, you can use me to annoy Gu Qingchen and make him regret what he did.
Quite bold of you to say that.
Not bad looking either.
How old are you? 25. Your credentials?
A master's from Cambridge Business School.
An impressive resume.
Can you cook? A little.
But I can learn for you, Sister Qingyan.
Young, handsome, highly educated, obedient, and caring. You really are a perfect little puppy.
Yuchen, from now on, you belong to Qingyan. You must take good care of her, alright?
Yes, Grandpa. I will always listen to Sister Qingyan.
Do you think I need a nanny? Or a dog?
Qingyan, you!
Gu Yichen, do you think that by saying 3 words and playing the obedient boy,
I'll think you're special?
and willingly jump into the next trap set by the Gu family?
No, Sister Qingyan. I'm being sincere.
You just said I could use you to make Gu Jingchen jealous.
Who do you think I, Su Qingyan, am?
Some bitter woman who needs men fighting over her to feel attractive.
Or do you think I'm like your useless cousin?
Childish and utterly ridiculous.
Old Master Gu, the successors your family trains are truly getting worse and worse.
Either they get so coddled by women that they forget who they are, or they rely on women to climb the social ladder. Disgusting.
Su Qingyan.
If I, Su Qingyan, want a man, all I have to do is crook my finger.
The young talents of Jiangcheng would line up from here to the airport.
Why on earth would I hang myself from your crooked family tree?
Now all of you, get out.
Su Qingyan, don't you forget.
When the Su family was in crisis, it was our Gu family that came to your rescue.
Right, you helped. And then, over the years, the support the Su family gave you has repaid that favor tenfold, if not 100-fold.
But if you keep trying to guilt trip me with past favor, then I wouldn't mind making the Gu family disappear from Jiangcheng entirely.
Sister Qingyan.
You shut up too.
Fine. Let's put the marriage alliance aside for now. Then we can at least discuss a partnership. I know Su Group is developing new energy and expanding into overseas markets. We at Gu Group are willing to fully support you. Funds, connections, resources. We will provide 60% of the funding, but only take 40% of the shares. These terms are generous enough, aren't they?
I'm sorry, Elder Girl. Su Group will handle this project on our own, because I don't want to, nor do I want any further association with Gu Group, because your Gu family is rot to the core.
Su Qingyan, do you really have to push things to such extremes?
Show them out.
Fine. Let's go.
You'll regret this, girl.
Take care, I won't see you out. Gu Yichen, if you really want me to respect you, don't act like your cousin, and definitely don't learn from your uncle. Be a decent, upright man. That will do you far more good than learning 100 ways to please women. Now, get out.
I understand, Sister Qingyan.
CEO Su.
The Gu family definitely won't give up that easily.
If they step out of line, I'll kick them all out of Jiangcheng.
I could have used Gu Jing to step into high society. But I didn't expect that useless trash to be utterly crushed by Su Qingyan, unable to fight back at all. Now he can't even stay at Gu Group. This time, I must take a huge chunk out of Gu Jingchen. Otherwise, all the effort I've put in lately will be in vain.
Yeah, have you been waiting long?
Mr. Gu, I've been fired. HR said the order was personally issued by Elder Gu himself. What am I going to do now?
I'm sorry, Linma. I'm the one who dragged you into this.
Mr. Gu, I don't blame you. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have served you food. I shouldn't have.
No, it's not your fault. It's mine. I shouldn't have deliberately used you to provoke Su Qingyan, but I didn't expect her to be so relentless and petty.
I'm just a recent college graduate, and now I've lost my job. I might not even be able to afford rent in the future.
There is 200,000 yuan on this card. Take it and use it for now.
Don't worry. I will definitely make it up to you.
Does he think he can buy me off like a beggar with just 200,000?
I didn't work at the Gu Corporation for all those years for nothing. I have a group of loyalists in charge of core projects, along with some key technical talent.
I plan to bring them along and start our own business. You'll be my second in command when the time comes.
It's highly risky, but what if it pays off? After all, Gu Jingchen has run the company for years, so he must have some resources. Instead of leaving Jiangcheng with my tail between my legs, I might as well take a gamble.
President Gu, really?
Of course, I will prove with my actions that I, Gu Jingchen, am not a loser who lives off women and the Gu family.
Yingma, once the company is established,
You will be a co-founder and a vice president.
President Gu, I will follow you. I'm sure you will make a successful comeback.
that's great, Lin Mei. I knew I didn't misjudge you.
You really do trust and support me as always.
Auntie, don't be nervous. My friends will definitely welcome you to join us.
Qingyan,
After the way the Gu family treated you, you're still helping me like this.
I really feel so bad about it.
Auntie, to me, you're just a woman who needs help and wants to help others. This has nothing to do with the Gu family or Gu Jingchen.
Qingyan, thank you. Really, Jingchen, he doesn't deserve you. It's my fault for not raising him right.
Everyone must take responsibility for their own choices. Auntie, all you need to do now is look forward. Remember, women are not appendages of men.
Yes, I understand.
Sister Wu, Mrs. Wang, Mrs. Liu.
Oh, this must be Mrs. Gu, the one Qingyan always talks about. Welcome! Please have a seat.
Qingyan mentioned you want to get involved in women's charity work. That's wonderful. We really need someone with your life experience and who genuinely wants to help other women. We've all been there. My ex-husband was abusive and I endured it for 10 years. In the end, I left with nothing but my daughter. But now I have my own chain of beauty salons. And what's more, I've helped hundreds of women with similar experiences regain their independence.
You are all truly amazing.
It's nothing special. We just refuse to be trampled underfoot.
Mrs. Gu, you must have suffered a lot in the Gu family all these years, right?
For decades, just for the empty title of Mrs. Gu, you swallowed your pride and lost yourself.
It's all in the past. Coming here is a new beginning. Our Chenxi Foundation mainly provides legal aid, psychological counseling, and vocational training. Which area interests you? I know some lawyer friends whom I can ask to do pro bono consultations. Also, I used to study flower arranging, so I wonder if I could teach the women who want to learn a new skill. Absolutely! Those classes are very popular. Sister Lu, from now on, we are comrades fighting side by side.
Engineer Chen, Engineer Li, old one. I was the one who brought all of you into the Gu Corporation, right? And I've treated you all very well over the years. Now I plan to strike out on my own and start a new company.
If you're willing to come with me, I'll give you a 20% stake in free share. Let's build this up and make it stronger, so we don't lose to the Su Group. President Gu, we only joined the Gu Group back then because of President Su.
She promised us that even though we were at the Gu Group, we would still have access to the Su Group's RD resources and tech platforms. What we valued was the Su Group's prospects and vision.
Now that the relationship between the two families has fallen apart,
What did you say?
our partnership has long since ended.
So there's no point in us staying at the Gu Group anymore. As for following you, that's completely out of the question.
Exactly.
It's time for us to return to the Su Group.
You've been switching as people this whole time.
Obvious.
Mr. Gu, considering the technical foundation and management standards of the Gu Group, what kind of reputation do they have in the industry? Aren't you aware of it yourself? If President Su hadn't been backing us up, the Gu Group would have collapsed long ago.
To fall out with President Su over someone so insignificant and ruin a company like this, President Bush, we really cannot compliment your vision and foresight.
How dare you humiliate me?
Mr. Gu, let's part on good terms. We submitted our resignations before we came. Take care.
Miss Lin, if you're going to live off a man's whims, you should at least make sure that man is actually reliable. If you walk down such a narrow path, watch out for the fall.
How could this happen?
How do things turn out like this?
Lingma, I only realize now that you are the only person in my life I can trust.
Mr. Gu, when you used me to provoke Su Qingyan back then, did you ever think about how I would end up?
I'm sorry, Linma. I didn't think it through. Don't worry.
Once the new company is set up, I will definitely make it up to you.
The new company is established. Wake up, President Gu. You are finished, and you drag me down with you.
No.
We still have a chance.
Now I see you clearly. You're just all show and no substance. Without Su Qingyan, you are absolutely nothing. I was truly blind back then. To have bet everything on you.
President Gu, I've played along with you for so long. Then you ruined my life. It's only fair that I ask for some compensation now, right?
Haven't I already given you money?
That pittance. Do you think I'm a beggar? You are seriously underestimating me.
Then how much do you want?
2 million.
In cash. I don't have that much cash on hand right now.
Fine. Then I want that patent technology you haven't registered yet. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. With it, I can move to another city and start over.
You were after this from the very beginning, weren't you?
Linman. Oh, Linman.
I truly underestimated you.
2 million. And the core technology.
You really have a massive appetite!
Don't be so angry, President Gu. We're just each getting what we need. You can barely save yourself right now. Keeping that technology will only leave you with a useless piece of paper. You might as well give it to me in exchange for your peace of mind. Otherwise, I'll expose all your dirty secrets. Let's see. Who between Su Qingyan and the Gu family will spare you then?
Fine, go ahead and expose me. The Gu group is gone, and my wife is gone too. Do you think I have anything left to fear? No matter how ruined I am, someone like you doesn't get to control me. Go make a scene.
I want to see who ends up utterly ruined and with nowhere to go.
Linman, don't think you can threaten me. Even if I, Gu Jingchen, I'm down and out. If you dare make a scene, I will make sure you have no place left in Jiangcheng.
Fine.
You will. Gu Jingchen, cling to your pitiful self-esteem and your worthless pride.
I can't wait to see how Su Qingyan tramples you underfoot. And how the Gu family collapses! I'll watch you lose everyone! Lose everything, you useless piece of trash!
Was I really the one in the wrong?
No, I did nothing wrong.
President Su, good news. The third round of extreme environment testing for our new energy storage modules passed early this morning. All data far exceeded our design standards.
So the data is stable now?
Yes. The RD department has prepared the complete reports. At this rate, we can start small batch trial production next month.
Great. Schedule a press conference in 2 days to officially announce the achievements of our Hangyang New Energy Series. This is our opening shot for entering the overseas market.
We must make it a success. Yes, President Su. I'll arrange it right away. Su Group has finally taken a giant step forward under my leadership.
Unbelievable, Gu Jingchen. You actually poached from your own family.
Engineer Chen, Engineer Li, and Engineer Wang are the core of our company.
They are the very foundation of the Gu Group.
And you actually tried to take them with you to go solo.
Are you trying to ruin the Gu family? But the Engineer Chen and the others were originally Su Qingyan's people. They have already returned to the Su Group now. What did you say?
They were Su Qingyan's people from the very beginning.
I only just found out that they only joined us because of Su Qingyan. That was the only reason they worked for the Gu Group.
Well.
That bitch Su Qingyan has been scheming against our family from the very beginning. She really is incredibly calculating.
Grandpa, Qingyan would never do such a thing.
What do you know? I shared a bed with her for years. What kind of person she is? Do you think I wouldn't know?
If she hadn't set me up,
how would I have ended up like this today?
Brother, if you really knew her,
you wouldn't have used Linman to try and provoke and humiliate her.
Ask yourself honestly, before all this, how did she actually treat you?
Was I really the one in the wrong?
Brother, you were wrong. Unbelievably wrong.
Although Qingyan is the heiress of the Su family, she has always been sincere and never looked down on
Or anyone else in the Gu family.
Liu Chen. What do you mean by that? Even now,
You're still defending that woman. Do you even care about the Gu family?
It's precisely because I care about the Gu family that I'm speaking up. Qingyan has always done things above board.
If she wants something, she gets it herself. Instead of relying on underhanded scheme.
She had Chen Gong and the others join Gus to help us grow.
She wanted to give the Gu family a hand. Now that the relationship is broken,
There's nothing wrong with them returning to the Su family. We can only blame ourselves for being too small to retain such talent.
Liu Chen,
You are certainly quick to defend her.
Well, Yu Chen is young. He must have been intimidated by Su Qingyan's aura that day.
Su Qingyan seems to have a good impression of you.
How about this?
Starting tomorrow, get closer to her. Make sure you win her over. In the future, both the Gu and Su families will belong to you.
Grandpa, what do you mean by that?
Since you couldn't handle Su Qingyan, we'll let Yu Chen do it.
Either way, the marriage alliance between the Su and Gu families must be maintained.
Grandpa!
I'm still Su Qingyan's legal husband right now.
How could you?
Shut up!
Even if you stubbornly refuse to sign the divorce paper,
Once the 3 months cooling off period is over, your marriage will be automatically dissolved.
Yu Chen.
the future of the Gu family rests entirely on you now. As long as you can make Su Qingyan change her mind, I will fully support you.
Grandpa.
Thank you for thinking highly of me, but I cannot agree to this.
What did you say?
That day in Sister Qingyan's office,
She woke me up.
if I want her to respect me, I should live with integrity and dignity, instead of trying to climb the ladder by pleasing women.
Sister Qingyan was right. The Gu family is rotten to the core.
From now on, I will no longer rely on the Gu family. I'm going to carve out my own path as Gu Yuchun.
You bastard!
First one, then another. That little bitch, Su Qingyan.
What kind of spell has she cast on all of you?
Sister Qingyan may be the eldest daughter of the Su family, but she treats people with sincerity. She has never looked down on you.
Nor has she looked down on anyone in our family.
It turns out I didn't even know her as well as Yu Chen did.
Get out! All of you! Get lost!
Where are you going? You don't come home. You don't cook. Do you still want to stay married?
Gu Hongyuan, starting today, I am going to be myself. I will no longer be a housewife whose entire world revolves around you and our son.
Did that little bitch Su Qingyan instigate this?
She just can't stand to see the Gu family doing well.
Shut up!
Mom.
Did I really do something wrong?
Should I not have used Liman to provoke Qingyan? She clearly gave me 3 chances, but I let things get to this point.
Do you regret it?
I regret it.
I really regret it. But Qingyan, she will never forgive me again.
Maybe there is still a way.
Yes! Isn't Su Qingyan going to hold a press conference? Kneel before her when the time comes.
By then, all the cameras will be on you, and public opinion will lean toward you, thinking you are devoted and apologizing sincerely.
By then, under pressure, Qingyan might soften her heart and...
Son, don't do something foolish.
Son.
Don't listen to your mother. She's been bribed by Su Qingyan.
Listen to Dad. Now is not the time to care about dignity. Listen to me.
Will this really work?
I promise. By then, she will be forced by public opinion to forgive you.
Jincheng, you can't go. This is neither an apology nor remorse.
It's moral kidnapping. It's just a show.
If you do this, you'll only make Qingyan look down on you even more.
And the Gu family will become a laughing stock.
What do you know?
Woman's soft-heartedness.
Son, think carefully. Are you really willing to divorce her like this and just watch her marry someone else?
Apologizing in public is your last chance now.
For your future happiness and for you to reclaim real power in the Gu family.
What does this bit of humiliation matter?
Let me think about it.
Jing Qian.
Let me make this clear. If you dare to morally kidnap Qingyan like this, don't ever call me mom again.
Shut up.
What kind of mother are you?
Isn't it a good thing for our son to win Su Qingyan back?
Isn't it good to have her as your daughter-in-law again?
You keep getting in the way. What are your intentions?
I think
You're just afraid you won't have the money to keep your mistresses, aren't you?
You dare hit me?
I warned you.
Don't ever think about bullying me again. If you still want this family, cut ties with those mistresses of yours. Otherwise, don't ever come back.
This is the Gu household. Believe it or not, I will divorce you right now.
Fine.
Then divorce me. I'll finally be free. Gu Hongyuan, let me make this clear. If you ever disgust me with your sordid affairs again,
因为情敌是万死 You won't even have to divorce me or speak So they on my own
How dare you defy me?
Hello, Auntie. It's so late, is something wrong?
Wu Hunyuan is egging Jing Chen on to make a scene at your press conference. They want to use public opinion to force you to forgive Jing Chen.
Okay, I understand. Auntie, thank you for letting me know.
Qingyan, part of me wanted you and my son to reconcile, but I know he no longer has that chance.
Thank you for understanding.
Don't thank me. It breaks my heart. They shouldn't be scheming against you like this, Qingyan. No matter what you do, I will understand. You're a strong-minded child. Whether I told you or not, it won't change your decision. I just couldn't stand by and watch them scheme against you. Nor do I want my son to keep making mistakes.
Auntie, I understand. Don't worry. I know how to handle this. It's getting late. Please get some rest.
Okay? Don't push yourself too hard and make sure to get some rest. I'll let you go now.
Manipulating public opinion and moral hijacking. Gu Jingchen, I hope you aren't foolish enough to actually pull this stunt.
Is the Gu family really finished?
Master, I just saw the news. Su Qingyan's new product has been successfully developed. She will hold a press conference in 2 days to officially enter the overseas market.
Damn it! At such a critical moment, she actually abandoned the Gu family. Why does the Su family get to thrive while our Gu family...
I cannot accept this.
She wants to have a grand press conference.
I won't let her get what she wants. You
Go tell Lin Man to crash the press conference and make a scene.
ruin Su Qingyan's reputation for me.
Once it's done, the Gu family will give her another sum of money. She can name whatever price she wants.
Yes, sir. I will go right away.
Su Qingyan, once you are plagued by scandal and your reputation is ruined,
You will have no choice but to beg the Gu family to step in and mediate.
By then, the upper hand will be back in my hand.
The Hongyang series is not just a triumph of technology, but also a solid step forward for the Su Group into the future of new energy.
President Su, please show some mercy and spare me.
Listen to that. How much grievance must she have suffered?
Oh my god, to bully an ordinary girl like this. This is way too much.
Hurry, start live streaming. Start the live stream.
This drama is definitely going viral.
Since Miss Lin has something to say, let her finish. After all, the truth is never afraid of exposure.
President Su, absolutely nothing happened between President Gu and me. I'm just a regular assistant who only wants to do her job. You can't force President Gu to fire me just because you dislike me. Even though I'm just an ordinary person, I still have dignity.
President Su, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Well, I'm just a helpless girl from a small town with no one to rely on. I studied hard for over a decade just to get a job at a big company. I just wanted to do my job well and make a living. But just one casual word from you can easily destroy all my hard work and hopes. Is there really no way out for ordinary people like us in this world?
Exactly! Can rich people just do whatever they want? That's going a bit too far.
Tell me about it. It's way too hard for ordinary workers like us. Since Miss Li has questioned this, then today, I will address them one by one, in front of everyone. First, I know there is nothing going on between you and my husband, Gu Jingchen. At least, there was no actual physical affair.
You're just obsessed with crossing social boundaries with married men.
Like having my husband peel shrimp for you, or sitting in the passenger seat of his car, or attending galas arm in arm with my husband.
You were fired twice from the Gu Group. The first time was by Gu Jingchen's mother,
because she felt your intentions weren't pure.
The second time was by Gu Jingchen's grandfather, who saw you as the trigger and root cause of our divorce.
And I, as the head of the Su Group, have never interfered in your employment at the Gu Group. Miss Li, take your grievances to the right person. You are barking up the wrong tree.
That's only because you're jealous of me! You fed the flames behind my back and made them misunderstand me!
Jealous of you.
Everything you have on today costs less than my hair treatment.
What on earth do I have to be jealous of?
Jealous that you slave away at the Gu Group while I run the Su Group as president.
Miss Li, you claim you studied hard so you could work hard, since you worked at the Gu Group. Then tell me, what was the conversion rate for the new energy project that Gu Group pushed last month?
I can't answer.
You don't even know the company's most basic core data. Miss Li, I'm afraid all your efforts were spent on keeping tabs on Gu Jingchen's schedule.
What?
What do you have to be so proud of?
You're just acting high and mighty because of your wealth. If I had a family background like yours,
Mr. Gu would definitely choose me over an old woman like you. So, you think a woman's value is determined only by her youth and family background? Miss Li, when I was your age, I had already taken over the Su Group and increased its market value tenfold. When my youth fades, I will still have vast resources and power. But when you reach my age and your youth is gone, what will you have left? Spare me the high-sounding words. You only got this far because you were born rich.
exploiting ordinary people and doing whatever you want just because of your wealth. What is there to be proud of?
Have you said enough?
Since President Su took over the Su Group, she has provided tens of thousands of jobs.
Her charity projects in mountain areas have enabled countless children to receive education.
She has sponsored too many students to count.
The salaries and benefits of our employees have also continuously risen. Do you honestly think President Su is like you, wasting all her time scheming to climb the social ladder?
Miss Li, do you have any other questions? If not, please leave. You have already wasted enough of our time.
Su Qingyan, with so many reporters here today,
I don't believe you can walk away from this storm unscathed. Nowadays, netizens hate capitalists and empathize with workers. Just wait to be cyberbullied.
Miss Li, it seems you don't understand how public opinion works. Why don't you see for yourself?
Little girl.
You've miscalculated.
This is impossible. This is impossible.
How is this possible?
How is this possible? CEO Su, is it because of him that you divorced Mr. Gu Jinchen and completely cut ties with the Gu Group?
He was only the catalyst. As for the divorce,
Qingyan.
Mr. Gu, you're here to help me, right?
Su Jingyan humiliated me in public. We're on the same side.
Lin Ma.
What are you doing here?
You're going to ruin me.
There is nothing between us.
There never was in the past.
There isn't now, and there never will be in the future.
Gu Jinchen, why are you playing the gentleman now? If you hadn't tacitly allowed me to get close to you and used me to anger Su Qingyan, how can you blame me for everything now that things have gone wrong?
Gu Jinchen, are you even a man?
Shut up.
Qingyan, I beg you. I know I was wrong. Please give me one more chance, okay?
Gu Jinchen, from the moment you decided to trample on my dignity, just to salvage your ridiculous self-esteem, our marriage was already over.
Nothing ever happened between Lin Man and me. I only brought her to the banquet to knock you down a peg and to make you more compliant.
Qingyan, why must you sentence me to death?
Over such a trivial issue, didn't we always treat each other with respect and get along perfectly fine?
This is not a trivial matter, Gu Jinchen.
It's that you have absolutely no respect for your partner. As an independent individual, I have equal rights in this marriage. But you always try to control and tame me, wanting me to be an accessory to make you look good. But I, Xingyan, will never be anyone's accessory.
I swear, I will never do this again. I swear.
You have no more chances.
Su Qingyan, I'm already kneeling here in front of all these people.
I've even thrown away my dignity! What more do you want?
Gu Jinchen, I told you long ago, you are nothing but a joke.
Yes, Gu Jinchen, I told you long ago you are nothing but a joke and a loser.
Shut up.
No, I will say it.
you are nothing but an ungrateful wretch.
Back then, you threw your weight around by relying on Su Qingyan. But now, you become an abandoned pawn, just like me.
I told you to shut up.
Have you two had enough?
Su Qingyan, so what if you have power and wealth?
Let me tell you, you will never get a man's true love in your entire life.
Lin Ma,
You wasted all your life's ambition on clinging to men. You hate me not because of what I did to you, but because through me, your blatant incompetence and despicability have been exposed. The one you should fight against the most is your own cowardly self, who always wants to take shortcuts. I don't need you to lecture me. Gu Jingchen, go back and sign the divorce papers. Save us both some final dignity. Otherwise, I don't mind settling this through legal actions and public exposure.
No, Qingyan, please, give me one more chance.
Security.
Throw them out.
Su Qingyan, why won't you give me even a single chance?
Su Qingyan, let me tell you, it was old Master Gu who sent me here.
He gave me money and said as long as I ruin your reputation.
The Gu family can control you once again.
The Gu family and the Su family are part of the same.
None of you are any good.
Let me go through. This is definitely a headline. Old Master Gu orders a crash at Su's press conference exposing a shocking scandal.
I apologize for the scene.
Now, let's get back to our agenda. Please welcome our technical director
to give us a detailed introduction of the technical breakthroughs in the Hongyang series.
President Su, our press conference was a massive success. We've already received numerous calls from foreign companies, all asking to negotiate cooperation with us.
Great. Go make the arrangements right away.
Rebellion! They're all rebelling.
That brat, Su Qingyan.
She's trying to use the media to drive our Gu family into a corner.
Let's not talk about that now. Public opinion is already tearing the Gu family apart. Everyone is calling you an unworthy elder who sent a mistress to ruin the event.
Like father, like son.
Shut up.
Useless.
It's bad enough that you couldn't control your own wife. Now you can't even handle a low-class woman. And ended up making us a total laughingstock.
You've completely disgraced generations of the Gu family.
Grandpa.
If you hadn't sent Lin Man to crash the press conference and expose our family schemes right in front of everyone,
the relationship between Qingyan and me
wouldn't have ended up beyond repair.
Are you blaming me?
Everything I did was for the Gu family. That.
Jingchen didn't mean it that way.
I meant exactly that.
Bastard. If you had discussed your plans with me beforehand,
Would I have sent that woman to cause trouble? Besides, who actually caused all this in the first place? And now you have the nerve to blame me.
Wu Jingchen, you were out of this game long ago.
Su Qingyan cannot tolerate a single grain of sand in her eye. It is impossible for her to soften her heart and give you, or the Gu family, another chance.
Dad, let's not talk about this now.
What do we do next? Are we just going to stand by and watch the Gu family go bankrupt?
Sign the divorce agreement. Then give it to Su Qingyan. Sign the divorce agreement.
And send it to her.
Grandpa.
Su Qingyan is determined to cut ties with us. If you swallow your pride, agree to the divorce, and show that the Gu family admits our mistake,
this is the only way to save our last shred of dignity. And buy us some breathing room.
Jingchen, listen to Grandpa and sign it.
Just sign it first. Sign it.
Then we will really have nothing left.
Sign. For the sake of the Gu family!
You all can leave. I'll deliver it to her myself.
will this really work?
We do our best and leave the rest to fate.
At least, it won't give her an excuse to keep attacking us.
Sister Li, I have good news for you. The Women's Federation has given our association a slot for the annual Outstanding Women's Public Welfare Representative. We discussed it and decided to recommend you.
How could I accept this? I've only just joined the association, and I only do small things.
Sister Li, don't be so modest. Lately, you've brought in lawyer friends for free consultations and taught the women flower arranging. We all see how hard you work.
Exactly, Sister Li. The rest of us received this honor years ago. It is your turn this year.
This honor is not just a recognition of your efforts. It's also a great encouragement to all our sisters who want independence and change. Please don't decline.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I promise to work even harder to live up to this honor, as well as the trust of all my sisters.
Come, let's toast with tea instead of wine.
Cheers. Cheers.
This woman does nothing but mess around all day.
Look at the state the Gu family is in. How does she still have the nerve to fool around outside? Look at her. She's out there basking in the spotlight all day long. Just wait till she gets back. Watch how I teach her a lesson. How short-sighted.
Dad, I've already had someone look into this association. The key organizer behind this association is actually Su Qingyan. This is truly a silver lining for us.
Dad, what do you mean by that?
Among the members of this association, Mrs. Wang's family is a real estate giant. Madame Liu's family is a prominent banking dynasty. And although Sister Wu comes from a humble background, her beauty salon chain is absolutely thriving right now.
That is to say, if any one of them is willing to help us and lend a hand, the Gu family can be saved.
Call Kexin back. She has this new honor now. As a core member of the association, she must have a way to save the Gu family.
What's wrong?
I'm afraid she won't agree.
She wouldn't dare.
Dad.
You called me back in such a hurry. Is something wrong?
Is the news in the paper true?
Of course it's true. Kexin!
The Gu family is in trouble right now. As you know, being the eldest daughter-in-law of the Gu family, you can't just stand by. Now that you have this honor, and you're a key member of the association, could you go talk to Su Qingyan and your circle of friends? As long as they're willing to step in and help the Gu family.
The Gu family's crisis will be completely resolved. Dad is talking to you. Didn't you hear him? Go and get it done. Now.
Jade.
I can't help with this.
I cannot help.
Don't forget, you are a daughter-in-law of the Gu family.
Qing Yan and Jing Chen are already divorced. She no longer has any connection to the Gu family. As for Mrs. Wang and the others, they have even less to do with the Gu family. I have neither the right nor the nerve to beg them.
You are a member of the association.
How could they possibly ignore you?
If the Gu family collapses, what's the point of you being a charity representative for that association?
Wouldn't you still have to come back and be Mrs. Gu?
That empty title.
I don't care about it anymore. But as for the association, you don't get to dictate my place there.
What nonsense are you talking?
What kind of spell did Su Qingyan cast on you? She gave you a little taste of sweetness, and you've already forgotten your own surname.
My surname is Li.
My name is Li Keixin.
Not Gu. Daddy.
If you want to maintain your last shred of dignity, drop this idea.
Li Kexin, you're so close with Su Qingyan. When your son was getting divorced, you stood by and did nothing. I chose not to hold that against you.
But now that the Gu family is on the verge of bankruptcy, and you still refuse to help, do you have a conscience at all?
I know Qing Yan's character. And you know it too. Once she makes up her mind, who can change it? Besides, this entire situation is Jing Chen's fault. Qing Yan has done nothing wrong to the Gu family.
If you dare refuse to help the Gu family today, we'll go to the association and make a scene. We'll tell everyone that you owe everything you have today to the Gu family.
And that all your honors are completely undeserved.
How dare you?
If you won't help the Gu family, why wouldn't we dare? Do you think you're Su Qingyan? That you can just do whatever you want?
Exactly.